of junk. I fixed pretty much everything on it. The four-wheel drive, it had a starting problem when I bought it. It had all kinds of issues, and there's just something about this Ford quality. You know, I had a Toyota before this, and Ford just doesn't cut it. It's the fit and finish of this vehicle. I mean, look at this. Look, little things like this. The one thing I do like about this truck, it's got plenty of power. You know, it's got a 6.2 liter V8, and you can really tell when you go to the gas station. However, it's funny because you sit up so high, it doesn't feel that fast. I guess it's the height difference. You don't see the ground as well, so it doesn't really feel all that fast. There's kind of a throttle lag though. You hit the accelerator and it takes a second. I've heard that it has adaptive it remaps the fuel based on how you drive, so that might be part of that. But in any case, I had a lot of headaches with this truck. Kind of hate to see it go, and the fact that I've put all the work into it and now someone else is going to get it. But I was getting the four-wheel drive fixed, and I saw a 2015 Tacoma, and they gave me a good trade-in price. It has the aftermarket LED headlights, which is probably my favorite thing about the truck. I also really like these. Goodbye, Ford Raptor. It was nice. Well, actually, it was a bitch. It was a bitch with gas. It was a bitch with... It has a really rough ride, honestly. These shocks, I don't know if they're just worn out, but when you go over bumps, it's like, holy shit, this truck's gonna fall to pieces. Now, I did go off-roading a little, and it feels a lot better off-road. It's just, this truck was not made for on-road. These tires are extremely loud. Now, I think that's partially because whoever owned it before me did not rotate them enough. The truck I'm getting has the exact same tires as the BF Goodrich Baja Champions, and they're not loud at all on the Tacoma. Now, I don't know if that's because the Tacoma has better sound isolation in the cab, or just because the tires are newer. I think it's a combination of the two. So yeah, this is it. Goodbye, Ford. Also, this thing squeaks like crazy when you're going down the road. It's going, and it squeaks like a little rat. It drives me insane. Little things. Yeah, I'm a picky person. When you pull this bitch down, look, this thing is floppy, it's broken. It just feels like it's a wonky piece of shit compared to a Toyota. Toyota, everything feels solid. This little handle and shit, it looks like someone made it in a CAD program and just said, well, I think I'll just make it a box and just make it a square, and gets the job done, but it has no ergonomics at all. Look at that. No ergonomics, man. I like the ergonomics. It has this interesting little thing to adjust the height of your gas pedal. I don't know why. It's completely unnecessary. Ford has managed to make a steering wheel that no matter where you put your hand, like I usually put mine right here, there's this sharp edge. It doesn't have any... It doesn't feel like it was made for your hand. It feels like it was made by a robot on a computer who wasn't thinking about what they were doing. It has all these buttons. Instead of a joystick to control your cruise control, you gotta hit these stupid buttons. And it also had an electrical issue when I first bought it because of a leaky third brake light. The third brake light is back there above it had a leak, so it was causing problems with the the trailer lighting. When you hit the brakes, it wouldn't light up the trailer lights. And it made the cruise control quit working, and tons of problems. It would change the lighting on this thing randomly. All these lights I had to change because they were blown. That thing right there, to change that is a bitch. Don't ever do it. I know this sounds like I just hate Ford, but this is the first Ford I've ever owned, and I'm not impressed at all. Sorry, Ford. I just know if Toyota had a 6.2 liter V8, they would do a lot more with it, and they'd make a more quality truck. Or any Japanese manufacturer. I'm not against American manufacturers. I said my next vehicle is going to be an American-made vehicle. And it is, and I've had more trouble with this than anything I've ever owned. I had a Pontiac Firebird, I had a 2007 Toyota Tacoma, and now I have this. And now I'm getting a 2015 Tacoma. And just little things about this truck. Like, look at this. This whole thing just pops out like that. It's it's a 2010 truck, okay? I know this isn't a new truck, but come on. My 2007 Tacoma didn't have any of these problems. The four-wheel drive, when you turned it on, it just worked. This one, as soon as I bought it, it was broken. I think I had an IWE problem, so the IWE started scraping over here, that you could hear a noise under here. Get them to fix that was $800. That's what they just fixed. But I decided to trade in because I heard the vacuum lines for the four-wheel drive get brittle and they break, and the guys said, yeah, they're getting brittle, you'll probably have to fix them. Now, I've been reading in Toyota, they use plastic vacuum lines too. I don't know why. You can get silicone vacuum lines for your four-wheel drive and you won't have that problem anymore. But, yeah, whatever. I'm used to a shifter that has engagements where different, so, you know, you put it in gear and it has the different little positions, and then you know which gear you're in. This thing, you pull this lever, which feels really wonky, and then it'll slide between here, but you'll oftentimes miss it, and I just like knowing where I'm at without having to look. Because here, if you got to look at it. You can't, I mean, you can kind of feel, but a lot of times you'll actually be in third if you're, you know. So, people say Toyota's interiors feel cheap. Well, this whole thing, it just feels really plasticky and cheap. I mean, terrible cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. So, what I want to show you guys is the difference in Ford versus Toyota build quality. This should be pretty obvious to most people, but like I was saying about the shifter, check this one out. This is a 2015 Tacoma. And my 07 Tacoma was the same way. Everything in it is absolutely sturdy. So there's no play here at all, none. Any movement is just in the shifter itself down there. This thing is rock solid. Same is true with all of these knobs and everything. The steering wheel, much more ergonomic, fits in your hand better. Same with the door handles. Haven't had any issues with the truck. It's actually was a used truck, and it's been beat on pretty hard. There are a couple little rivets missing, plastic rivets and stuff. You could see down here where I painted over it, but the scratch marks of how long someone's been getting in and out of the truck, I think they might have had an animal or something, but in any case, still a super solid truck, much better than Ford Raptor. If I was going full size again, I'd get a Tundra. That's just me. Your mileage may vary. So, thanks for watching. Oh, and one other little thing I wanted to say. I'm not totally against Ford. I do think the Raptor's cool. I might buy one if I was getting a new one, but who can afford an $80,000 truck. And even if I could, I wouldn't. I'd put the money somewhere else. So that's just me signing off.